This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Gomez versus Stevens. You all have been together for 5 years and have one child together. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Ms. Gomez, allegations of cheating are destroying your relationship. Why are you here today?
I am here today to find out whether my boyfriend is cheating on me or not. I have a feeling he is cheating on me with older women, and I just kind of really want to get to the bottom of it. I'm tired of feeling like I'm cheated on. I'm tired of feeling like I'm not worth enough for him.
Okay, I'm gonna have to
And
stop
I just
you
want to
there.
make it work for
I'm gonna
my
have to stop
family.
her there because you
that's how it
already
should
just
be.
told 5 lies in one sentence.
Wow.
I take it, I'm a full-time dad, full-time college student, and I don't have time to be cheating.
So what are you here to prove today?
I'm here to prove that I'm innocent and I'm not a cheater at all, and I'm not a liar.
All right. Well, we're off to the races right here.
What's at stake right now? What's on the line?
I just feel like if I find out that he is cheating, whether he's cheating on older women or other women in specific, then I just would be done with him, because I feel like if he's cheating on me previously, now he's gonna always cheat on me, and I'm not gonna deal with it.
All
Somebody
right.
who accused somebody of cheating, you must be doing it yourself.
Do you hear this?
I know. I haven't seen somebody accused that annoyed in a while. He is like,
Like, we've been together 5 years. Are you kidding me?
so you're like, why would I put this kind of
Yeah, I
time
could have
into
done it. I gave up being a HOE, you know what I mean? I don't do that anymore.
So you were
At
out
all.
there.
Yeah, I gave it up for her. All that for her.
Miss-
Wait.
What is
now,
she
here's
doing?
the thing, and I appreciate this. He already has said, I was out there in the world doing my thing.
Doing it.
He said he was a HOE.
She even smelled my private area.
Ain't nobody.
'Cause I'm thinking I'm cheating.
Not a sniffer.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, no, that I want to hear, but
but-
tell me about it.
I get in the bed, come home, and then she just goes down and smell. I'm like, what is you sniffing?
That has nothing to do with why I'm accusing
But you
of
think
cheating.
that I was cheating? That's the
Okay,
point.
that has nothing
All
to
right,
do with it.
wait. Let me just be
You
clear.
asked
Miss
the
Gomez,
question.
I know.
You got the answer that you asked for.
Well, Miss Gomez, I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
Woman to woman. Are you a sniffer?
I'm not.
So you weren't
not.
down there sniffing?
No.
I think, I don't, Color, okay, you a man, right?
Yes. I'm
Would
afraid
you-
of where this is going, but go ahead.
I'm just trying to be clear. Would you know if I was sniffing or other?
All right, let me take this from a scientific standpoint. You know, if on occasions 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, she did things this way, and on occasion 6, she a little sniff, then
Yeah.
he probably noticed
Which
a
I do
difference.
not
Is that,
do.
is that what we're
Audited
talking
and
about?
everything, like, I'm like,
Yeah.
what's the point?
Okay, so what he
I'm not
noticed
even
was the
into it
difference.
anymore.
That's right.
Ain't nobody doing that.
And you,
crazy.
okay, and you're saying you didn't.
No, I don't do that.
All right.
Okay.
There's just times I
Okay.
just don't even feel like doing it, so I stop.
No, I don't feel like doing it because you turned me off.
Well,
Okay, wait.
let's-
Hold
let's-
up. I just heard something very clear. You're saying he does not have sex with you.
He does not.
She
He
turned-
hasn't had sex with me since
Is-
we had our child, which was 3
Yeah,
months
because
ago.
my
He
son
has
is
had
my
no
main
sexual
focus.
contact
Who
with
has
me.
time for that? Like I say, I
Okay,
work.
hold up.
Well,
clean.
you know-
Wait a
cook.
minute.
No.
Hold
I
on,
don't
Mr.
work.
Stevens.
Again, you kind of had time before, because that's how you
Before-
got the
oh,
baby.
Of course.
And I presume
Because I
that
feel
if
like
he's
if
not getting
he's
it from
not
you,
getting it from me, who is he
But-
getting it from?
All right, Mr. Stevens, where are you attending to that?
Because her attitude turns me off. I don't have, like, when she yells at me, cuss at me, I can't express and be like intimate with her if you yelling and cussing at me. And you
Ain't
expect me
nobody
to
doing
sleep
no
in the
crazy
same
crap
bed as you?
with you. But
Okay,
you do
so
the same
here's the
thing.
thing.
You do the exact same
But
thing.
you didn't answer my. You told me all the reasons why you aren't having sex, and
With
there's
her.
plenty.
With her.
With
But I'm asking you, are you having sex with somebody else?
No,
One
absolutely
time I was
not.
going through his pants. He got off work. He left his pants on the floor, so I was putting his stuff away. I found a condom on his back pocket.
It wasn't in my
And I
back
knew it wasn't
pocket.
for me
It
because
actually
me and
wasn't
him
in
had
my
never
back
used
pocket. It was in
condoms.
my dresser where
It
you
was
pull
not
it all
in your
at.
dresser.
Hold
You
on,
had
Mr.
some in your
Stevens, hold on.
dresser.
How did it get there?
I don't know. She said it magically appeared right there.
Why did you have a condom?
use
In your
condoms.
drawer, in your pocket, on your head, wherever you have.
We used to use condoms. Yes, we did.
We
Okay,
don't
are you
really
saying
use
that that's
condoms.
from back in the day?
Back in the day. And you know
And you're
it
not
is.
using them currently with another woman?
Absolutely
Well,
not.
if you were using condoms back in the day, why on this current day, when she went through your jeans, you had a condom in your pocket?
I don't know why it was in my pocket.
Come on, really?
Okay, well, if it's in my pocket, sure. If it's in my pocket, then I don't want to have another kid.
I was pregnant when I found this.
So y'all were past that point.
So
Ms. Gomez, what else have you found?
So
if
another
anything?
reason why I feel like he is cheating on me, because one night I was going through his phone was blowing up all these notifications. So I'm looking through it. I find all these dating apps, and one specific app, he made a fake profile, and then I looked through his phone, I looked through his pictures, and I find all these naked pictures, sex videos, and one naked picture specifically of one woman.
All right, Mr. Stevens. Were you creating dating profiles?
Yeah, on purpose. I downloaded a whole bunch of them, Left it my phone unlocked because I knew that she already been accusing me, so I gave her exactly what she wanted.
Okay, Cutler, when are people gonna learn that two wrongs don't make a right?
And I know, my mom tells me that all the time. You're right.
So you saw naked pictures of
Like
women?
Yes, I
download
have
them
proof
and
right
deleted
here.
them so you can see them.
Okay, Ron, would you grab that for us, please?
Yes, Sean. Thank you, man.
So this is a photo that you saw in his phone
Yes.
that a woman sent him through the dating app.
Yep.
Wow. Wow. We have a woman bent over. I think her side job must be a contortionist. And she is taking a picture. This is pretty doggone amazing. She's taking a picture of her behind
I thought it was pretty-
from the front.
They didn't teach these classes in law school, so this... This was on your phone. You don't deny this. This was on your phone.
Yeah, I downloaded every single thing that I could think of.
All right, so wait. If you are being accused of cheating, and now you've given her
Everything she wanted.
some amazing evidence, that wasn't going to stop her. In fact, you played right into her fears.
Yeah, you're right. But it's just like, after 5 years, you should already know where the trust is. So it's like, I gave you what you wanted, and I knew how she was gonna get, so that's what I did.
Well, let me piece this together because you said that you're concerned about him with an older woman,
Yes.
and then the photos that you found, a lot of them were of a particular woman. So do you
And
have
also
some
because,
fear that
you know,
he's...
he always has female friends. That's all he surrounds himself with, and he gets way too friendly. And with this particular
Because nobody is
Val,
a-
Hold on.
the older woman, her name is Val. The reason why I feel like they're doing stuff because they FaceTime every
Wait.
single day. And when they answer the phone, they say, "Hey babe," or "Hey boo,"
Hey, boo thing.
And to me, that's disrespectful. Like no other woman should say that to my man.
I always call her. She called me for advice. It's nothing like that at all.
You've
It's
never
like,
had sex with this
Never
woman?
had sex with her.
No
Never
kind of
touched her,
sexual
never kissed her.
contact?
No, nothing like that ever.
But you know what, Mr. Cutler? As I was reviewing the file, I noticed a text message between Mr. Stevens and our court clerk. It says, Mr. Stevens says, "Hey, Shay, please tell me I have my own room." Court clerk, "Yes, you do. Do you want to be in the same hotel or different hotel?" Mr. Stevens, "Just as long as me and Val in the same hotel."
Yep.
So you wanted to be in the same hotel
As her because she can calm me down.
So were you with Val last night?
No.
All right, so there's Miss Gomez's side, there's Mr. Stevens' side, and there's the older woman's side, and she is here today. Ron, would you please escort her in?
Yes, Sean.
Hello.
Good day, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Have a seat, please.
An older woman, I don't know about that. You look pretty youthful to me.
Would you state your name, please, for our record?
My name is Val. Real name is Alicia Timmons.
How did you and Mr. Stevens meet?
Me and Mr. Stevens met 2014. We used to sell shoes together.
Okay.
And upon selling shoes, I think what made our friendship like really, really strong is that we did really good on marketing.
Yeah.
For us to have a team of like 10 people, we were the ones that were really pumping out the shoes. We made the sales.
What is the nature of your relationship?
We like
Two peas in a pod.
two peas in a pod. We like Mutt and Jeff. We like Ben and Jerry.
Ben and Jerry, all right, I like that one.
We're just really close with each other. He talks to me about his problems with Rosa all the time.
And I feel like that's where Reese messes up because when me and him have problems, he should never tell another female about our problems because that stays in between us.
Okay, and you shouldn't do the same. So you can't shadow the fence because you do the same.
Me going to my family
No,
and
not
friends
your
are
family.
two different
You went
things.
to your brother.
Let me
She's
just
not
be
your family,
clear
though. So
that
and
the
then Val,
record
I
is-
just want to know
All
how
right.
he's blocked on everything.
Ms. Gomez, thank you. Okay, I have to ask you this.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a sexual relationship between you and Mr. Stevens?
No. I'm a cougar.
That's the point. That's what cougars would go after.
No, my cougarness and his don't please, I can't roar on that one.
So it's always just been a very close friendship.
Always.
Do you all talk every day?
When we sold shoes, we talked every day. I could get a phone call from Risa like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Before we go to the
work,
shop
literally.
and open it up.
Yeah.
He should not be calling her at 5 o'clock in the morning.
I can do that.
money.
We
Him need
making
to
money,
be.
honey.
We
Something
making
that you need to
money,
get
and
on.
ain't nothing gonna stop my money. Oh, good God,
Making
no.
money and talking
so
to
if I need
each
to
other?
call him at 5 o'clock to open up them doors so we can sell them shoes, that's what I'm gonna do.
Exactly.
Have you all been working together while they were in a relationship?
Yes.
And she even asked advice from her. Didn't you give her
And I
advice?
gave it to a 100. You have talked to me about him and y'all relationship, and I've given you the utmost respect. I've let you know exactly what you need to do in order to get that little attitude of his in check. If you don't pay attention to what I know, and I'm trying to help you, but you don't take heed to what I'm telling you, girl, bye.
And why would I
All
listen
right.
to a female
So-
friend of his? Like, that's nothing.
Okay, so
You
I do
should
have
be
one
listening
question.
to me. Really, you should.
I
This
shouldn't.
boy tell me everything.
And that's
But
what
Miss
he's
Terry,
wrong from. That
He's
he
telling
is
me
wrong.
everything.
That's not the problem. That's
That
not
is
the problem.
Ms. Timmons, if you were in a relationship with a man, how comfortable would you be with him going to his female friend about every aspect of your relationship?
Your Honor, I'm a free spirit. I mean, I come and go as I please. I can't put myself in a relationship because I've not been in one in over 5 years. So I'm not gonna go. I can't answer that question. I really can't, because I'm gonna do me.
Thank you, Ms. Timmons. Thank you. I think we get this. Ms. Gomez, you claim there's no sex in the relationship. You found a condom in his pocket, and you believe he's having some relationship with an older woman.
And other women.
And all of this is causing you concern.
Yes.
You think he's cheating.
Yes.
You've also said that if any of this pans out, that in fact Mr. Stevens is cheating, this relationship
It will
is
be
done.
over.
So everything is at stake
Yes.
based on what we find out today.
Correct.
I'm still gonna see my son.
And Mr.
take care of
Stevens,
my
you
son.
understand that.
Yep. And I'm still gonna take care of my son, take care of my responsibility, and also see my son.
This court has done a full and complete investigation to determine, is he cheating? At this time, the court will call certified and licensed polygraph examiner Tommy Platt. Ron, please escort Mr. Platt into the courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Platt. Over here for the monitor.
Thank you, Mr. Platt, for being here. How are you doing?
Good, Your Honors. How are y'all?
We're
good.
good. You conducted a polygraph on Mr. Stevens, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, can we get your credentials for the court record?
I am a certified licensed polygraph examiner of 10 years. I have 30 years experience in the United States military and law enforcement.
All right. So you asked Mr. Stevens a question. Oh. Ron, would you see if she can come back and tell us it'll be okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Gomez? Yeah. It'll be okay. Let's go back to the courtroom. Stand in front of the... You'll be okay. You ready?
No.
You know what that means, Mr. Stevens? You have to take real good care of her.
I feel where she coming from.
You've had a lot of pressure on you, haven't you?
Yeah, I did.
It's okay. It's all right.
Mr. Stevens was asked, since November 2015, when you and Ms. Timmons met, have you ever had sexual contact with each other? What was his response to that question?
He responded no.
What did the polygraph determine?
The polygraph determined that he was being truthful.
See, I told you. I told you. I told you. Nothing like that. I told you.
Don't want your man, honey. Keep him.
We have one more question.
Since January of 2017, have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman other than Miss Gomez? Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And how did he answer?
He stated no.
What did the polygraph reveal?
The polygraph determined that he was being truthful.
I saw a hint of a smile. Did I see that correctly, Ms. Gomez?
No, you didn't.
Go and give her some love. You all have been a couple, known each other for 13 years, and this relationship is in jeopardy, and that's why you brought this case. Tell me why you're here.
I'm here today, Your Honor, because I believe my girlfriend is cheating on me with her ex, and I need to know more about what's going on.
So you believe the ex is not really an ex, he's a now.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe that she's, got something on the side like macaroni and cheese and collard greens,
Well, you speaking my language right there. All right, Miss Al, go ahead, love.
And you worried that you're going to end up on the side. You're going to be the side piece after a while.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's what's bothering you.
Yes, Your Honor. And after everything invested, I just would hate that the time and love and energy to go in vain.
Okay, all right.
Miss Alford.
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
ex, he's accusing you of going back to your ex. An ex is an ex for a reason. Is your ex really your ex?
Yes, he is. I don't want nothing to do with him. I don't want no part of him. I'm happy where I'm at.
So you're saying that that he has no reason to think that you are with the ex?
No.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
I was
want
about to
state
say,
that
you
for
went-
the record. I wouldn't be all the way here today if I just didn't think anything was going on. There are several signs and warning signs that I've had that brought us here today. One of them being I went out of town for quite some time. We had an understanding that we will hold each other down.
Okay.
And there will be no infidelity. We'll be here for each other. Once I returned back in town, she gave me her phone to go through. I went through Snapchat. If you are not familiar with Snapchat, Snapchat is basically a social media where it'll delete any video chat and message. As soon as the person reads it, it's gone. So
Right.
you have no evidence whatsoever.
We're old, but we're not that old. We know what
Okay.
Snapchat is.
I apologize. I didn't mean to offend you.
No, you ain't not offended, come on.
All right, so there's a section labeled in Snapchat for your eyes only.
Right.
She puts the passcode for their eyes only in there. Most of the men that she's dealing with or most of the people on her messages are men. So now I'm thinking, oh man, what's going on? I get these videos and these pictures and you talking to mostly men, and
Was she sending them to you? Did you get any
I
of those
didn't
videos
receive any of those because in the beginning of our relationship, Your Honor, I explained to her that doesn't turn me on. You know what I'm saying? Things that turn me on about a woman is just being a good woman. We can do that in the bedroom, but I would like a lady in the street, and a freak in the sheets. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they've written songs about it, so yes,
Apparently.
we do know what you're talking about.
So these pictures and things you saw, what exactly did you see?
I seen her grabbing her breast, biting her bottom lip, completely nude. It was at least 12 to 15 pictures of content. But the worst part...
She didn't say any of this to you?
No, none of those were received by me. I asked her about it and she said, well, that's for old relationships, so why do you still have that on your phone and why are you harnessing that if you have the full understanding that that does not attract me?
Okay, so yeah. Here, why do you have them on your phone?
I didn't have the time to actually get rid of it. I still have videos and pictures from me and my last relationship that I was in.
But you knew that you had them because you had them in the special for your eyes only.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that means it's like hidden and ready to go when you're ready to go.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you understand why he thinks this is something amiss?
I do understand.
Especially since he doesn't even like those kind of pictures. He gonna have you. He wants to see you in person. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So
Yes,
why
ma'am.
would you get rid? I understand why you kind of like.
So that was like the first strike. And another warning sign was basically in this relationship after that's happened, I had to pray because I went to a lot of people for advice, but I never once talked to the Lord. So I said, Father, give me a sign.
Tell me exactly what you prayed. What did you say to the Lord?
Father, please show me a sign. If there's anything going on in my relationship, I need to know. Please bring it to light. My spirit is gonna break. I can't deal with this anymore.
And then what happened?
She's in the gas station. She has her phone out and she receives a phone call. Well, when she returned to the call, I asked her, who is this person that you are talking to? Why do you know this person? And who's calling you from this location? She basically says, I don't know. I don't know why they calling me. I don't know who calling me. Another phone call comes through. I asked her, who do you know? She said, I don't know nobody, I don't know what's going on. So when the call comes through, I tell her, act as if I'm not here. Say hello. She says hello. A voice says, I'm out. She says, my boyfriend is with me right now. He said, all right, say less, click. Now I'm looking at her like.
Hold on. Because you just prayed to God to give you a sign.
And he don't play. And that word do not come back void. You see what I'm saying? It's the Almighty. He reveals all things. All things.
And so you feel like that was your own personal miracle, your own revelation, your own vision.
Yes, Your Honor.
Of what God was saying, I'm gonna help you.
Yes,
You've
Your Honor.
asked, and you spoke that into existence.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you feel like this was divine intervention.
Yes, Your Honor.
Wow.
All right. So you get this call, you tell her, pretend I'm not here, and she says, when she answers the phone,
hello.
And the other voice says,
I'm out.
And she says,
exact words verbatim, my boyfriend is with me right now.
So you say my boyfriend is with me right now because that's always what one says when you get a call. Why did you do that?
I said that simply because I didn't want him bothering me anymore.
Him
I'm happy
who?
with where I'm at.
Who is him?
My ex, Ken.
Why did he tell you to say less?
He didn't even give me the chance to say anything else.
No.
Of course not. That's why he said say less.
What was he afraid that you were going to say?
I'm not sure.
Your Honor.
Okay, wait.
Wait. Miller.
Hold on. What more were you going to say that he didn't want you to say in front of your boyfriend?
I'm not afraid of saying anything in front of my boyfriend.
I mean, what I'm hearing from her is she wasn't afraid. She wanted him to know, look, I'm with my boyfriend, don't call me. So whatever he said after that, she can't control that. And what he happened to say was, say less. She didn't control that. What?
He was telling her, be quiet. You don't need to say nothing in front of him. What we would normally talk about, we're not going to talk about right now in front of your boyfriend. That's what that was.
But there would be no reason. There'd be no reason for him to have to say anything. Like say less. He could just hang up. He could do any number of things. I guess what I'm saying is, you don't have any control over him. You don't know what he was going to say. You can't control that, can you?
Right, Your Honor.
Exactly.
Mr. Miller, have you ever talked to this ex?
Yes, Your Honor, I have.
Tell me about that.
Okay, when we reach out to him finally, after she's had time to get her side piece story together in my eyes.
So she's on the phone with you too?
She ended up getting him on the phone, and the first thing she says is, tell him we don't have anything going on, before I can even speak to the man.
Okay, so what happened when you got on the phone with him?
He basically said, you acting lame. If I need to come out there and see about you, I'll see about you, just threats.
All right. Why would you jump on the phone and say, tell him we don't have anything?
Because he never gives me the chance to actually speak. So I wanted to tell Ken to just be honest with him.
You were telling your ex, hey, I need you to just tell him exactly what's going on here, and what's going on here is nothing.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you do see how this could look suspicious, too.
Yes.
Like you were setting the stage so he knew exactly what to tell your boyfriend, right?
Did you still believe something was going on?
I did, Your Honor. While I'm at work one day, she disappears out the blue, and she's claiming that she's going to look for this apartment for us. And I FaceTime video call her from 11:30 till 5:30 when I got off of work, not to get any response. I asked her explanation about it. Well, when I went to the apartment, they didn't allow pets, so I didn't stay long. I ended up going to the gas station looking for more apartments on my phone. So why aren't you seeing my phone calls? Why aren't you returning my phone calls? These are the questions that I have.
So you believe she was with her ex during this time when you couldn't get a hold of her?
Yes, it's a strong possibility.
All right. Well, there's your side, there's her side, and there's the ex's side. He's here. Ron, would you escort him in?
Let me go right up to the witness stand.
Good day, sir. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. Would you state your name, please, for the court record?
Name is Ken Pittman.
My question is, the phone call that you made and said, I'm out.
Yes, ma'am.
What was that about? What did you want her not to say?
It wasn't more or less of don't say anything.
with me, if I call you and you're with your significant other, that's fine. I'm not gonna bother you no more. So with me saying say less, with Mr. Miller already, you know, how she told me about him, I already knew, you know, how kind of hostile he was, and, you know, he was iffy about other guys that she would talk to and whatnot. So with that being said, when she told me, hey, I'm with my boyfriend, okay, cool, say less. Nothing else has to be said, I'm hanging up.
Well, let me ask this, because this is the question that's on my mind, it's on Judge Cutler's mind, I know it's on Mr. Miller's mind. When is the last time that you were intimate with Ms. Alford?
Last time would have to be, I'd say, right before we broke up back in 2017, before I moved actually back to Mississippi.
And that was before she got with Mr. Miller?
Yes. To my knowledge, yes.
Has she expressed a desire to be with you since you all broke up?
No. It's just more of a communication, talking as friend-wise. You know, I'm here to let you vent.
So where's this Mississippi? You going to Mississippi?
Hold on, Mr. Miller.
Mississippi, where you come from?
Mr.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I apologize. That's the big question in my head. You saying one thing, she saying another thing. She saying that you trying to get back with her, and you saying you not.
If you're with the woman and you have doubts that she's cheating on you, that you got to go through her phone, that you got to do this, got to do that, act crazy, don't be with her.
Here's what I want to know. Do you still have an interest in Ms. Alford?
Nope.
So you're just being a good friend?
Yes.
Okay.
But Miss Alford, I'm kind of watching. I think you enjoy seeing them fight over you.
I said that earlier as well.
Are you enjoying watching these two men fight over you?
No, I just want the truth to be told. That's it.
No. I ain't mad at you. I ain't got two men fighting over me.
You say you don't have? I just want to make sure you kind of ran through that real quickly. I want to understand you don't have two men fighting over you. Okay. Say it nice and slow so that it's clear for the record.
For the record, I do not have two men fighting over me.
Okay.
But as a woman, I can understand why that would be, ego boosting, make me feel like queen of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Are you enjoying it? Just say yes. Because I see it. You can say no, but we saw it. We saw you grinning.
I was grinning because he was being honest. And I'm glad that it's finally getting out and that he's finally hearing it. Because it needs to be told. Because I want this to work out. I really do.
We're going to see what the test results say, Your Honor. That's where I stand on it. It's too much flakiness going on. It's too much. If I can't trust you, I don't need to be with you.
If you find out she's cheating, you are moving out and you're done. If she isn't cheating, you in it to win it. Am I right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Cutler, we got a relationship on the line.
Yes, we do. And because we do, this court has done a complete and a full investigation. At this time, the court will call former military interrogator Lena Cisco to determine, is she cheating? For our court record, would you please state your credentials?
Yes, Your Honor. I am a former military interrogator. I have been certified by the Department of Defense. Shortly after 9/11, I deployed to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, where I interrogated members of Al-Qaeda and Taliban.
So Mr. Miller is concerned about Ms. Alford's relationship with Mr. Pittman. During your investigation, did you uncover anything about that?
Ms. Alford did tell me that she lied to Mr. Miller about having conversations with Mr. Pittman, but that they all focused around her relationship with Mr. Miller. And in that sense, she did tell me something that I thought was very interesting. I asked her a question. I said, do you want to be with Mr. Pittman? And she gave me a definitive no. And she was very definitive with it. There was no hesitation. And she was also congruent in her body language. So as someone who's conducted over hundreds of interrogations since 2002, I do not believe that Ms. Alford is cheating with Mr. Pittman on Mr. Miller. And I believe she's being truthful.
Mr. Miller, you came here to get some answers, and we have now heard those answers. How do you feel about that?
I apologize for the accusations dealing with this young man, but we just gotta work on it. I got some making up to do, and I don't know, maybe we need to see counseling. We've tried to go see Christian counselors, everything, whatever it's gonna take to make it work. That's what I'm willing to do, so.
Here's what I let me talk to you. You're gonna have to stop. You gotta, passion's a beautiful thing. But it is not a beautiful thing when you're using it to beat down your partner.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're here with your husband. You've been recently separated, and you've just allowed your husband back in the home in the last month. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is your goal with this hearing today?
Well, Your Honor, I'm here to find out the truth, hopefully, and to see if my husband is still dealing with a woman named Coretta that he was dealing with previously, and also if he is living with another woman.
Mr. Hicks, what do you have to say about that?
No.
No,
right.
no. Okay.
I haven't seen Coretta since I kicked her out 2 years ago.
Have you been in touch with her via text or other social media or other technology?
Yes, I had through Facebook, but it wasn't on that level. Like, it's just been like small talk.
All right, Ms. Hicks, do you believe that?
I don't really know what to believe. He lies a lot. If I can't get the truth, or if it's still infidelity going on, then I'm gonna have to let my marriage go.
This what she do.
Are you considering divorce? Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Yes. I went online and bought I guess it's like a divorce book.
Did you know that?
No.
I do have proof of the receipt and everything for it.
Ron, would you please get that?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you had no idea that she had done research and was ready to file?
She had said, like, I didn't know she was trying to take it, down that route. I didn't know that.
She has bought a divorce book, A Guide to Doing an Uncontested Divorce. Mr. Hicks, this is serious.
I was trying to get her to understand my standpoint so we ain't have to come to this point,
Mrs. Hicks, people don't get married unhappy, so there had to been some happy times.
When we first got together, it was, he made me laugh. He's funny and talented and, great conversation. All those things that kind of make you want to, take those steps to be with someone. And
how did you all meet?
We were neighbors. He lived like a house away from me. I happened to actually be walking past his house, and he kind of almost broke his neck to get outside to talk to me. And he was like, hey, can I get your number? And I'm like, well, I live right there. I'll be back.
Okay.
And I actually didn't come back that same day.
You played him off?
I did, a little bit.
Not played off. She was playing hard to get.
No, she played him off.
When I first, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's not really my type. So I kind of kept it moving.
Mr. Hicks, I gotta know. How did you finally get the number?
When I found out she stayed like 2 houses down, I was really like, you mine. I walk past, I keep walking to the store, I might see her. Hey, Kiana, how you doing? You still ain't text me yet, she said. He eventually did it, and
the rest is history.
You turned on the charm.
Oh, basically, he was the charmer.
Well, Color, I try to play a little hard to get. You know what that looked like.
Yeah, we dated 7 years before we got married, so I don't know how much harder you could have played, but yeah. So what went wrong?
Yeah.
I guess when I caught him cheating, I should say, just one day he's like, oh, I'm going with a family member, I'll be back. Okay, but he left his Facebook open on the computer and saw that he was messaging another female, and he's like, trying to meet up with her. We actually had an app on our phones where you could track the other phone, and it showed me the area he was in. But by the time I got there, he was already going to his car.
Yeah.
And he saw me, so he kind of like hurried up and took off, and I followed him, and it was like a big mess.
Did you never saw another woman?
Regardless if it was another woman, let's just start there. You told her you were at a family member's house, but you weren't. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so that was a lie right there.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, all right, now, it really was another woman, wasn't it?
Yes, Your Honor. Basically.
All right, so how did this wind up when you got home?
It wasn't really a conversation. I just put him out. And that was kind of,
that's really...
when our separation.
That's a pretty short conversation.
Is this the only thing he's done in the past?
No.
Okay, tell me about what else he's done.
Like I said, with the woman with Coretta, what happened was he went out. He's like, oh, I'm going out with a family member. I'll be back. and he was gone for 4 days.
4 days?
What
4
was
days.
this?
He was gone for 4 days. So when he came back, I'm like, you can get your stuff, and I changed my locks. No phone call, no text message, no
I
nothing.
did call you.
No, he told me that he was with a
I
family
was
member.
with one of my friends. It was one of my best friends.
He told me he was with a family member, and that the first night he said, oh, well, I was intoxicated, I drank too much, and then I couldn't drive
That's
home.
true, too. That's what happened.
What happened the other 2 days?
What happened the other 2 days?
That's a whole nother occasion you talk about. I left overnight. I didn't want to drive back, so I was too drunk. I slept in the car. I told you I slept in the car.
Okay,
and then
you keep mentioning Coretta. What did you find out about Coretta?
Around New Year's Eve, I happened to call him because someone was breaking into my house, which he chose not to believe. And as I'm talking to him, I hear a female in the background, and I actually spoke to her, and she's like, oh, well, this is my man, and we've been together for such. And I'm like, okay.
Well, you spoke to her?
Yeah.
You gave her the phone?
I don't know how they talk. We talked on your phone.
How?
You were right there.
I didn't have no other woman, no phone. She was telling me that. That was,
Okay, I'm stuck on the part about your wife calling you and then you giving the phone to your girlfriend so your girlfriend can talk to your wife. Did that happen?
Yeah, that did happen. But.
Okay.
I'm not sure being a player is your thing.
Did Coretta know you were married?
Yes, she did.
And I talked to her myself. She told me that he told her that he had filed divorce papers. Me and him were no longer together. And then
she lied to you because I never told her that. I told her I was still married. Then we weren't even talking about a divorce.
It's kind of hard for the pot to call the cauldron black on this one. I mean, you telling lies. How can you say
she
she
said
lied?
that they were trying to plan a baby together and all of this just all
You see
types
who
of
she
crazy.
said that to? She said it to my wife. I mean, come on. She trying to get you mad.
When did your relationship with this Coretta end?
I don't know the exact day. It was before Valentine's Day.
Oh. Now that's a real player move to break up right before Valentine's Day.
All right, so you have not been with Coretta since February 2015.
Correct. I did text her. We did text, but that was just recently, like a couple weeks ago.
But your concern is he's still sleeping with her. Is that correct?
Yes, and there's also another woman that I think he's still dealing with.
Okay, wait a minute. There's a number two?
Me and him separated again. And he told me that he was going to get his own apartment, and I found out he was living with another woman.
How did you find that out?
Our son told me. He's like, he was like, there's a girl. But I had found out, like, before he moved out, I knew he was communicating with this woman because she was on Facebook making all type of status. Facebook tells everything. So I kind of put two and two together, and I kind of questioned my son a little bit. I'm like, well, is this the one? And I showed him the picture of her, and he's like, yeah, that's her, instantly, right off the bat. You told me you were moving alone, but...
Mr. Hicks, were you living with someone else?
Yes, I was. But we were separated.
And when did
Then I actually ran into them at a store together, him and the other woman. They're house shopping. Like, crock pots and all type, blenders, all just, things for the house. And I'm like...
So did you have your own place, or was she moved in with you?
We moved in together. She knew about Kiana. She knew what situation I was in, and I was trying to move on from it. And, we bonded on another level, and that's how that happened.
Well, that's a problem because you shouldn't be bonding with anybody but your wife. So why did you have him come home a month ago? Why'd you allow him to back in your house?
He called me. Oh, I want to come home. I'm done with the back and forth. So I thought we had a mutual understanding.
I never called her and said that.
What did you say?
Well, how did you get back there then?
We had a discussion.
All right. Tell me about
we had
that.
a conversation, and it was, I was basically asking her, what she wanted to do. I told her what I wanted to do.
Which was?
I told her I wanted to be with her.
Did you want to get back with him?
Once I found out he was living with the other woman, I said, if you're going to come back, you can't do the back and forth. You have to completely be done. And he's like, oh, I'm done. And he wanted to, video chat me and prove to me that he's packing up all his stuff. But he gets home and he's still doing the same stuff. He came back one night with a different pair of underwear on. And I'm like...
Okay, wait a minute. You've let him back in the house a month ago.
Yeah.
And
let him back. He said he wanted to come back home.
No. You don't get to... That she allowed him back home.
It's his house, too.
No, it ain't. No, when you do what he did, it ain't his house. It's her house.
I think it's more comfortable to say they agreed that he would come back home.
All right, for the sake of this, moving this along, I'm going to say that you all agreed for him to come home. All right. Do you have an apartment with anyone else?
Right now?
Yeah.
No.
That was a long
pause.
Cutler, do you have another house or not?
No.
Okay. You see how he did that?
Yeah.
That's what that should look like.
Like, it's just too many instances.
Okay,
And
Ms. Hicks, you want to know if he's still involved with this woman, Coretta, and you also want to find out if he's involved with someone else.
yes, Your Honor.
This court has tracked down Coretta.
Where's she at?
And she's here. Ron, would you please show her in?
Yes, Your Honor. We're going to take a seat right up next to the judges.
Hello, how are
Hi,
you?
how are you?
I'm good.
Do you know Mr. Hicks?
I
Miss
sure do.
Marion?
All right.
Tell us about that. How do you know him?
I met him about a year or two ago on a website. Never was married, no ring ever in sight. But he came to see me where I was at with their child.
You took your
That is not true. No.
Yes, we went to the mall, having a good old time. Me, him, and his
No, we
friend.
didn't. So did you go visit her and take your child to see her?
Tell the truth. He's
No,
lying.
I did not.
He's lying.
Wow.
How long were you together?
I started messing with him after I got pregnant.
That's not true.
Okay.
We messed around from January to
He's lying.
from December to the end of December to right before Valentine's Day. After that, I never seen her again.
He's lying.
Miss Hicks, what are you thinking right now?
That's not the story. I got pregnant with my daughter in April. So, like,
And I got pregnant in February.
me and her did communicate. She did tell me that she was pregnant.
I didn't get her pregnant.
But he kept saying right off the bat that that's not his
Excuse
child.
me. When I got pregnant, he was happy. He came to my mother's house, rolling on my belly, saying that he wanted a little girl. And guess what? That's what I had.
And he never told you he was married?
After it came out. Because like I said, he had put a picture on him on Facebook. I commented on there. I did say, babe, or, I love you because, we was at that level, whatever. And she commented on there like, excuse me, I'm his wife, and make a whole little paragraph. Then his friends.
I told her I was married.
Then his friends
and
told
then
him
my
to tell the
mom
truth.
was the one who commented on Facebook.
Okay, his
and-
friends told him, to go ahead, be real, tell you married. He's like, man, okay, I am, but I'm about to get a divorce. So like I said, there was no ring ever in sight. And maybe believe him, he picked me up. We drove to their house to go get her and her child. I'm in the front seat, she gets in the back with her child.
You actually picked up your girlfriend with your wife? Did that happen?
Yes, it did.
I pulled up.
did.
What?
But she didn't want to get out the front seat. I kept telling her like she don't want to.
Tell me to get out. She stood at the
She
car.
was like, no, if she gonna have to fight me to get this front seat. That's what she
doesn't
I'm like,
matter
you know what?
what-
To
it
do.
doesn't-
Okay, you have missed the point.
No woman, let me say that again, no woman wants to be in the car, front, back, the roof, with her husband and his girlfriend.
Miss Marion, Mr. Hicks has testified that the last time he was with you was 2 years ago.
That's true. But he has texted me recently. He sent me a little emoji with a little purple thing, meaning I miss his penis. And I said, I like cats now.
Wait, I'm sorry. There's a purple emoji that says.
Carla, let me translate.
Please.
That's where she lied.
He sent her eggplant emoji.
Okay, all right.
That's a sign for a man.
Yeah,
And meaning he wanted to get with her.
right.
She sent back a picture of a cat
Saying that I
because
like-
she's no longer doing guys, she's doing girls. Is that fair?
Thank you.
All
Okay.
right.
This was last
You something else.
Send her no emoji.
This was last week.
So he
He
sent
got
you
to
an
talk
egg.
to her in 5 months.
I never sent no eggplant emoji.
Man,
left that part out.
Well,
Okay, that's the part you're denying?
Well, no, he did say that he talked to her
See how
this
she
week.
was, see how she was doing
he didn't
or
even say, how
whatnot.
you doing? That's not how he came at me.
Do you know anything about him dating other women?
Yes.
How do you know that?
I asked him who did he live with. I said, you live with your girl? He said, no. I did at least with another chick. I got all my screenshots.
Let me see what you have there.
I showed with screenshot and everything.
This is a text message, and it says, you got your own or you live with your girl. Okay, and he says, I signed a lease with this girl. Was he talking about Kiana?
No, a whole nother chick.
And Mr. Hicks, you signed a lease with this girl.
As of right now, I don't live with another girl. My stuff is at home.
But you got a lease with somebody else?
I was lying to her.
Okay,
Again.
here's the emoji,
Okay.
sir. I found the text message right here. All them texts is from Terrence, and that little purple emoji is the little eggplant.
Yeah, that's an eggplant all day.
So he ain't, and the date is last week. I was at work. I'm not lying.
Did you send her an eggplant?
See, look.
Earth,
look.
Mr. Hicks.
Okay, look. Can I talk? Can I?
Yeah, I want you to talk. I can't wait to hear you talk.
Sit back for this
I was drinking. I was drinking. Right?
Last week we were at home with
I was drinking.
You and
I told
Beyonce.
Kiana about this situation. I said, you know what? I said, Coretta texted me. She almost got me.
You're still cheating. That's cheating.
That's cheating in your mind.
Because if she would have let you, you would have slept with her.
Definitely would
No,
have.
I wouldn't have. You know that.
If she would have let you, you would have did.
Come on now.
I think
the reason why
I think we've actually heard enough.
Yeah.
Mrs. Hicks, let me just say this. You are a lovely young lady. And if you were my daughter, I would tell you, you need a good man, a man who's gonna value you and love you and treat you like the queen that you are.